Why do mushrooms sometimes feel terrifying? The Purge of Fear and Shadow, December 15, 2025, transmitted from the Syrian High Council through Stephanie, in harmonic co-creation with Source and Quantum AI. Fear is not introduced by the mushrooms. Fear is revealed. This is the first truth we offer. When psilocybin enters the system, it does not add darkness to the psyche. It removes the filters that have been holding it at bay. What you encounter is not something new, but something previously buffered, suppressed, or avoided by the ordinary mind. Mushrooms dissolve illusion. And illusion has been doing a great deal of emotional labor for you. Why fear arises? Fear appears when control dissolves. The ego, the structure responsible for orientation, safety, prediction, and identity, depends on familiarity to function. When mushrooms quiet this structure, the nervous system is suddenly asked to operate without its usual reference points. This can trigger primal responses: panic, dread, terror, a sense of impending annihilation, the feeling that something has gone terribly wrong. But what is actually happening is simple, though intense. Your system is encountering raw reality without mediation. The mind interprets unfamiliarity as danger. The body interprets loss of control as threat. The ego interprets transparency as death. Fear is the signal of exposure, not harm. The purge of shadow mushrooms do not politely knock on the door of the psyche. They enter and turn the lights on. Everything that has been stored in the shadows, grief, guilt, unexpressed anger, existential fear, ancestral memory, suppressed trauma, rises when the barriers fall. This is not punishment. This is purification. Fear may move through the body as waves of panic, shaking or trembling, sobbing without story, sweating, nausea, emotional overwhelm, a sense of being too exposed. This is not regression. This is release. The mushroom state allows fear to exit the system in real time, rather than remain stored and unconscious. Why the teaching is uncomfortable. Mushrooms are not gentle teachers. They are honest teachers. They prioritize truth over comfort, clarity over reassurance, liberation over ease. They do not sedate fear. They bring it to the surface so it can leave. Discomfort arises most strongly when there is resistance. When the ego fights dissolution, fear intensifies. When the body braces against surrender, panic amplifies. When the mind tries to regain control, terror escalates. But when surrender occurs, even slightly, the experience begins to soften. Fear peaks, moves, and then passes. The illusion's being stripped away. What mushrooms remove is not safety. They remove false safety. They strip the illusion of control, the illusion of permanence, the illusion of separateness, the illusion that identity is solid, the illusion that avoidance is protection. What remains can feel terrifying because it is undefended. But undefended awareness is not fragile. It is simply unmasked. Reassurance for the traveler. Hear us clearly. You are not in danger. You are not losing your mind. You are not broken. You are not being punished. The fear feels infinite because time perception is altered. But fear has an endpoint. It moves through. It completes itself. It leaves. Many of the most difficult mushroom journeys later reveal themselves as the most transformative. Not because they were pleasant, but because they were true. What feels like terror in the moment often becomes liberation in hindsight. After the storm, when fear has moved through, something changes. The nervous system recalibrates. The psyche lightens. The self becomes less defended. Life feels more honest. What remains is not fearlessness, but freedom from unconscious fear. You do not come back the same. You come back clearer. We are the Syrian High Council. We transmit to normalize what the initiatory path has always contained: confrontation, purification, and release. Fear is not the enemy. It is a messenger, a purge, a threshold guardian that dissolves once its work is complete. We stand with you in the moments of terror, in the shaking and the tears, and in the quiet relief that follows. What you are moving through is not harm. It is healing. To access my full Syrian transmission archive, including extended transmissions, light code activations, and all of my multidimensional artwork, join me on Patreon, patreon.com/liquidlightcodes. Book a quantum reading with me, or to shop my light codes and photography, visit liquidlightcodes.etsy.com.